All right, we're back. And let's just basically reiterate on what we were talking about. So, I grew up in the 90s. The conversation was different. You grew up in the 2000s, Just D?
The 90s.
Basically. Okay.
The late 90s.
When were you in high school? So, okay, late 90s.
I'm not going to tell you when I graduated because that's not about me.
I'm a 90s girl.
90s. All right, so basically we're all on the same page. So I believe
She's an old soul.
Yeah, most of these guys, they get in your DM. Everything's through text. Wouldn't it make more sense to actually bring back conversation? But nobody wants to talk on the phone anymore. Why is that?
Well, we all have phones, but we don't use them to speak.
Right. I mean, with I guess with the proliferation of the smartphone, it's caused us to pull back from like direct contact. You know, I mean, because like we said, people have these curated lives, so I don't get on my phone, or people not getting on their phone to talk to people. They're getting on their phone to spy on people, to look at people, to like just thumb through their lives.
Now, this is what also I've noticed. As far as like when guys walk up to a girl, there's, like you said, having contact. The girls are offended by guys making contact now. Like we used to go out, get the phone number, see how many numbers you can get, and it was a thrill. Like to see who can get the most numbers. You go to Astroworld or wherever you go, and it's like, hey man, I bet you I can get more numbers than you. And whoever got the most numbers, that's who everybody else got to buy that person a meal or whatever. Or put $20 in the pot. The winner take all. So that made it exciting. Every Saturday we'd hit Sharpstown Mall or wherever the Galleria, and that was our thing. That made life exciting, and you were not socially awkward. It was just the opposite.
You couldn't be.
Yeah. So you were open. It made you be able to, speak to anybody. With that being said, how do we get back to that? Or will it ever get back to that?
Something you just said also helps to... It takes me to the state of the culture right now. Mm-hmm. How my friends and I sit around and talk about how hip-hop is just so different now. Like, I can't listen to the newer hip-hop artists. Yeah. And it could be because they are on their phone so much. They don't have vocabularies.
I was wondering.
They don't have much content to speak about other than what they talk about is actually just an audio scroll of their timeline. I can see, you're living big, you're eating big, you're traveling, you shopping, you're wearing the best clothes.
About popping Molly's and doing Percocet. I mean,
this is true, but I mean, back in the day when guys had to have some good game on the phone, that was the best music, hip hop, R&B. There's no more R&B.
That's the problem.
R&B's dead.
There is nothing balancing how hip hop has ran away from it. Honestly, I'm passing judgment on current state of hip hop right now. I just have to say, I'm not a big fan.
Right.
But you were very eloquent and nice to it when you were talking about it. But I don't like it. But I think that is what's missing is the balance of having R&B and hip hop and those worlds merging at one point.
Yeah.
And that was a beautiful time.
It was.
It
gave us some of the best music.
It really did.
Collaborations.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the state of relationships were different as well. People actually look to connect, which is what we're talking about, right? Mm-hmm. There was more of a connection. Nowadays, it's now a drive-by shooting. You know what I mean? We hooked up, we did this or that, and then it's over.
And it's become a norm. Oh, okay, so I don't want to say because I sound like I'm an old soul. So, but I was gonna say, and it's become normalized to have a drive-by, hook up, and I guess honestly, girls, you're right. Girls, I'm saying you're right because I kind of probably, I think I know how you would feel about maybe that every now and again, right?
Every now and again, we're all guilty.
But now it's so normalized that the other thing doesn't even occur. Like the whole ability to build a real relationship.
When's the last time you went to a wedding?
Wow. That's a good one.
You know what? It was last year.
How frequently or how few and far between are there? I remember growing up, you were going to a wedding almost every weekend during the spring.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And a lot of people just not interested in being married anymore.
No.
And that's not a, I mean, that's
Disconnection.
a whole nother conversation
Absolutely.
about marriage. Wow.
Another podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
But, okay, go ahead. You're about to
No,
say
I was just saying, agreeing.
I was going to say, I read an article that in youth culture now, especially amongst teens, the whole dating process is completely different than what we used to. Mm-hmm. Like now, say guy A likes girl A. Mm-hmm. Guy A doesn't tell girl A, hey, do you want to go to the movies with me? Or do you want to go here? Do you want to go there? Guy A tells girl A, oh, me and a bunch of my friends are going to this thing. Do you want to come along? Mm-hmm. And they're all sitting there on their phones, and guy A will text guy B, and girl A will text girl B, and if they somehow in this whole juxtaposition of different personalities and conversations make some kind of connection, then they will like DM each other, and somehow that's supposed to lead to a relationship.
A
like
relationship or a hookup?
Or is that the same?
Look, I mean, well, go to something further beyond just that group setting. But
Well, we used to like the group. I mean, that was a safe place, going out with your friends, and then hey, but it wasn't like, hey, come along here.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean,
yeah, but then
to me,
it
it's
became,
like, but I mean, it'd be like, okay, you may be out with your girls,
But
I'll
I'm
be
not
out with my
texting
guys.
you.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like, say we're, I don't know, at the mall or something like that. You go on a mall trip with your girlfriends. I'm going on a mall trip with me and my guy friends. I may see you at the mall. I think you're cute. You see me. We make eye contact. I'll come over. We have a conversation. We exchange numbers, and then we go down that path. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about now. It's just like, because they're so going back to the whole awkward thing, and they're scared of rejection. They don't put themselves in a position to have to take that chance.
rejected.
Right. So it's just like they just do this whole group thing, and if they don't have any kind of spark, although how do you even develop it in a situation
Yeah,
like
I've
that?
heard this thing where guys like, well, I like who likes me. Well,
Okay.
you know,
Good
but
luck
then
with that.
what? I guess that primitive nature of the chase, of finding out if you choosing, I like this, maybe I can get her. Like where does that come into play? You know what I mean? Like that.
Well, if you
whole-
like everything you see on the social media sites, and you try to approach that Jessica Rabbit sex kitten in the mall, now all of a sudden you're going to face likely a little bit of rejection from time to time, like Donovan mentioned earlier, in that, you know, this lady probably has
so many people in her
so
DMs.
many people trying to get at her all the time. The ability to shoot you down kind of is like empowering. So now that you have the young cat who wants to holler at her, now I don't really need her. I'll take a third level friend down.
Well, I think that's why a lot of guys are actually going for the cougar, you know, because they on their last leg. They're going after. They going after the cougar because the cougar gonna put it down. Like, all right, young boy, come in here, jump up and down, and get out my house. Send him on his way, get him a Lunchable, and go on about your business.
And a Capri Sun.
Yeah, and a Capri Sun. There you go.
I think that has more to do with
Hookup culture.
more than that. It's probably that they're at their sexual peaks at the same time.
And it could also be mommy issues.
That could be too.
That could be
You're
too.
right.
So I do want to bring up something that me and Jay talked about. Something that was mentioned last night about the young, well, let's just say women, period. Women that are addicted to social media. Say, for instance, you go out on a date with somebody and you're sitting at the dinner table, but they're both at their phone, looking at their phone, instead of having a conversation.
That is so depressing.
And
Do we
instead of giving that guy, basically the attention that he deserved, like you say, since he's...
I'm just saying, like, I can think of times where I've been out with a lady, and it's like you sit down at the table, and the first thing, phone goes down, and it's like, so are you even fully committed to what we're doing right now? If you're, I mean, there's too much priority placed on the phone. And if I'm being an old school guy, I don't believe in going Dutch. I'm going to pay. So
Your
kind of
DM's
paid
about
for
to
this
blow
time.
up.
You're paying for the time.
I'm literally paying for this
So
time.
you need that undivided attention, plain and simple. So ladies, take note of that.
Well, I can say I went to the On the Run 2 tour.
Oh, nice.
Yes, right?
Nice.
No. Everyone in front of me had their phones up recording.
I hate that.
Wow.
They were recording the concert instead of living in
Enjoying
the
it.
moment. Like,
Yeah.
before we could record this, we had to be in the moment. We had to fully
You had to be in the crowd before you
immersed
could be-
in the experience so that you can put like everything into it. You love going to concerts. You scream your lungs out because
You
you
spend
wanted
hundreds
to
of
be
dollars to be
part
at the concert.
Exactly.
And if you wanted
but
to
you
sit
want
there
to be a
and record
part
it.
of this
Yeah.
because you have to be able to take that back with you, that feeling in your body
That's like with
and your
live.
memory,
Experience. Yeah.
because you can't replicate that.
And that's
Absolutely
something
not.
that's also lacking is the fact that I think that social media actually, and just electronics in general, is a whole different conversation, but impacts your memories.
It does.
And how you
Perceive,
can
recall.
Yeah, can recall them. We were at the same concert. My brother, who actually was able to get me to the concert, which we were at the floor level, which was nice. But he's the one who told me, take as much recording as you can. And I was like, why? First, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But I did a little bit. But by the first probably 10 minutes, I was like, I'm not going to do this. It's too
Yeah,
much.
the good
It's
news
ridiculous.
is my phone went dead.
Yeah.
Before J&B got on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I'm standing up trying to see and the lady in front of me has her phone up high, it's blocking.
That's annoying.
Like, I actually had to watch parts of the concert through her phone
Wow.
And that's
in
some
order to
stuff.
see. And I just
Them
thought,
tickets cost too much
where
for
the
that.
heck are we? And I'm thinking, why the hell would I want to
Because you can just watch it on
broadcast
TV.
this to anyone for free on
Yeah.
the internet when I just bought these $135 tickets?
And that is the reason why I do not like going to these large scale, huge arena concerts or anything. I'd rather watch it on the TV. At least I get every single angle and I can see every single thing, what happened. I can dance in my living room.
You can pause.
I can pause, go back,
free.
see if I can get that move.
Right.
But I only like those intimate settings, like arena theater or something
And
like
I'm
that.
kind of turned off by concerts anyway, for the most part, because they don't never sound the same or it's good. Let's say hip hop concerts. Hip hop concerts, it never sounds the same. The music is horrible, it's blasting. You hear more bass than you hear the artist. So, I mean, now somebody singing, it could be different if the audio was correct. But let's segue over into one last issue that I want to discuss about social media. You clowns that's driving down the street, looking at Facebook, Instagram, not paying attention, damn it, you're killing families, running in the back of trucks.
Seriously.
You gotta stop.
Seriously.
You gotta stop.
Please stop.
It is more dangerous than drunk driving.
It is.
Distracted driving has overtaken drunk driving. It's the number one cause.
I
of
know
accidents.
firsthand.
And take it from somebody, I drove 18-wheelers for 12, 13 years, and it's no joke. I see more clowns run up under a diesel truck because they can't react fast enough. And normally it's the younger kids because they don't have that much driving experience. So their reaction time is totally off. And they want to push that one more light before I look up again. Next thing you know, you under a truck or off the bridge. And it's crazy. You gotta stop.
Seriously.
So, anybody want to talk about an experience they may have had with that type of
I
situation?
had one just yesterday on the way to work, and I'm late, and I'm rushing. That's nothing new, right? I'm rushing to work, and the speed limit's 50. I'm just pushing 55. And I get up I have a little bit of distance before I hit the next car, get to the next car, and the car in front of me turns in front of me, and she's doing 35, and her head is down.
Oh my gosh.
And her hand is up, and I'm like, oh my God, you're texting. You're texting, or you're scrolling, or you're doing something. Like, literally, that is not as important
As your life.
as what you're
It's
doing, what you're
not.
supposed to be doing, ma'am. I was about to murder you
Yes.
Yeah.
doing 5 miles over the speed limit. Like, I'm not even,
Yeah.
you know.
It's dangerous. I was